great hospitality of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It was a wonderful experience for us. A lot of our players and coaches talked about how nice and hospitable everyone was. And the Pentagon itself, what a tremendous facility. The staff was first class, and been doing this for a long time as a player, assistant coach, head coach all over the country, and this was as good an experience for us in terms of the atmosphere and the facilities. It's a great experience. I'm a huge, I mean, it's not a commercial, but it could be, because this was a great experience for our team. As we watch film of South Dakota, known Craig Smith since the time he was an assistant coach for Tim Miles at Colorado State, and as we watch film of his team, we saw them progress from the start of the season at Utah Valley through going to Creighton and having a great chance to win that game. I started to have that thought that what have I gotten myself, what have we gotten ourselves into? This is a very, very good basketball team. They start 3 seniors, they start 2 juniors, they shoot the ball from all over the place. We were 5-2 coming into the game, and Cody will tell you, the 2 games we lost, we got killed from the 3-point line. So our whole preparation all week long was trying to do as good a job as we could limiting their 3-point shooters. They're terrific from 3. They run great stuff. Coach Smith does a wonderful job. And so we did give up a few too many offensive rebounds, gave up a few too many middle drives. But we thought the key to the game from a defensive standpoint was to limit the 3-point shots. And I was very, very proud of our group. Obviously got into a little bit of foul trouble in the first half, had all 3 of our big guys. And we don't have a lot of big guys. We had all 3 big guys with 3 fouls. But it was an opportunity for other guys to step up and go small and match up with South Dakota. And I thought going into the halftime with an 11-point lead was a big deal. And then it was come back out, find it, and keep playing. And knew with South Dakota's experience, with their coaching staff, they would make a run. They did, but we were just able to tempo the game and get it where we wanted to. And so we're very, very proud of our effort. Cody always does a great job for us running the show. Played a lot of minutes, played a lot of guys a lot of minutes. But great team win, and a huge deal for us to be able to come in here and get this win at a very, very good facility. Be happy to take any questions for me or for Cody.
Cody, talk a little bit about this venue and the experience coming here to Sioux Falls. What was it like? You know, what were your thoughts coming into this, and then what were your thoughts after you had played in here at the Pentagon?
Well, I think, like Coach said, that was just a really fun atmosphere for us. It was just like it was like a real personal atmosphere. I thought the fans were really into it. They were right on top of you, and we played a great opponent tonight. With their random motion, they were really tough to guard with all those guys that can shoot it. And just how together they played, and we had to play our best game to come in here and beat them tonight. But like I said, that is a really cool gym you guys have here, and it was really our pleasure to play in it.
Dave, it was with that smaller lineup that you were able to kind of pull away and get some distance right before halftime. I'm just kind of pleased with what you saw there, surprised by it, and it was out of necessity.
I was pleased with our tenacity. I was pleased with our resiliency. We talked about it after the Arizona State game, that it was the first game that we had to switch for. With the 3-point shooting of Arizona State, and so it was something we've worked on since that game, because we know coming up we've got a lot of teams we're going to have to switch on the perimeter and get out the 3-point shooters. We were very concerned about Burnett. Burnett obviously was 3 for 6 against Creighton, and felt like he was coming in with a lot of confidence. And then there were a lot of times that Coach Smith went small. We actually switched 5, and so it was a great opportunity for us to get better switching 5. We do like the lateral quickness of our big guys, including good luck, ability to get out on the floor and contest shots. It did create some issues for us in terms of getting defensive rebounds. So that'll be the next step. We'll go back this week, and we got a game on Wednesday and a game on Saturday. Different styles of play, but the only game we're worried about is Wednesday. But Portland's also got a stretch format. Now the next step is to get out and contest 3-point shots and then secure defensive rebounds so we get out and run. When we were able to get defensive rebounds, we were able to get out and transition and do things. But limiting a very good shooting team to 2 for 17 was terrific for us.
McCall's been doing things like this for a while. I think this was probably the best full game of kind of his abilities. What did you see out of him?
I saw a guy that from day one I played at 4 different positions, a true freshman who did it all, gets steals, runs a point, plays a power forward spot, comes over on the weak side and gets a block shot, gets a steal at the end of the first half and gives some serious momentum going into halftime. Not only does he get a steal, but he has the wherewithal to know how much time was on the clock, and shoots a one-legger and knocks it down. I mean, Cody and I talk about all the time how special a player Pat is and how terrific he's going to be. And having a guy like Cody in our program and Jake in our program, 2 seniors that Pat and Jordan and the freshmen can learn from, is a huge deal for us.
Cody, can you kind of comment on that too? Pat's been your backup, but this was a pretty big performance out of him carrying you guys when you needed to.
Oh yeah, I mean he's fantastic. Like Coach said, I think obviously he has really quick hands on the defensive end and can shoot the ball, can make plays. He had a tremendous block, like Coach said. he just does some things as a freshman that your jaw just kind of drops. And he was just fantastic tonight. He's really fantastic every game. He's a really solid, really heady player for a true freshman. Just did a great job again today. Just had a lot of fun playing with him.
Cody, what challenges does that present when they go to a small lineup like they like to do?
Oh, sure, yeah. I think, obviously when they get, 4 or 5 guys that can really shoot it out there and they're running that motion and, you're trying to stay with your guy and then all of a sudden there's a guy driving behind you and he's shooting a layup and, the more shooters they have, it really create a problem for us. And, they do a really good job also when the shot goes up. They were hurting us for a long time there, coming to the offensive glass. And so, I think, when they just have a lot of shooters out there, they're tough to guard because, you're kind of hugging on your man, trying not to let him get a 3 off, and before you know it, the guy's driving right up your backside for a layup. So, they just do a great job.
I think the thing this is interesting. We're playing musical chairs. We didn't really do this, but I think the other thing too is that we're one of the top 5 shot blocking teams in the country coming into the game. And when we play against a team that stretches the floor like that, it takes good luck away from what he does so well. It takes Christian Wood away from what he does so well, and even Dwayne Morgan. And it's new. We've got 2 freshman bigs in Dwayne Morgan and Dwayne Morgan and Goodluck Okonobo, who have never had to switch 4 or 5 in their lives. So this is all new for them. Chris did a little bit for us last year and figured it out. So it's all great experience for us. But obviously our whole focus was trying to limit the 3-point shots. And I think it showed us we need to do a little bit better job of defending the bounce, keeping guys out of the middle of the floor, because we're accustomed to having Goodluck or Chris down there to block the shot. And the problem is when they're spaced out because they got 4 or 5 guys on the floor that can all put it on the floor and shoot the 3. It takes away from one of the things we do best. So a great game plan by Coach Smith, and they will be a team that will be very, very good in their league. You can just tell with the experience they bring.
Do you feel like it was the best perimeter defense you played this year?
Without question. And I think one of the things about it, not only do we play good perimeter defense, but we followed the game plan better than we followed it all year long. And no doubt with 5 freshmen and a sophomore and then 2 seniors in the rotation, a lot of it is new for us. But our whole game plan was to make sure that we limited their 3-point shooting. And so before you got here, we talked about wanting to keep them out of the middle of the lane, and then the next step is to get defensive rebounds. But it was a collaborative effort from our group, and we had 5 guards out there and 5 freshmen who played a lot of minutes tonight and got great experience.
Goodluck had 4 minutes in the second half. Was that just you liked the rotations that you already had going? Obviously, the first half was fun.
Yeah, my biggest thing was I was just trying to manage the foul trouble. I didn't start. It had nothing to do with how we were going to play switch 4, switch 5. To start the second half, I just did not want Chris Wood to pick up a 4th foul a minute or 2 into the half. We had an 11-point lead, and I have a lot of confidence in Goodluck. The other thing too was I did match up to them. They started Hunter in the second half, and so I wanted to match up Goodluck with Hunter. Goodluck is a terrific low post defender, and I wanted to get Goodluck in there, and I also didn't want to take a chance and not have all the confidence in the world in Patrick McCall. When you've got a guy like Pat who can play 4 positions, and technically could probably play 5, but I played him all 4 positions tonight, and he just does a great job and keeps playing. Gives you luxury of being able to match up with whatever the other team does.
Cody, how much sharper did you feel like the team was tonight as opposed to maybe what you saw in the first month?
Oh, I think we improve every game. I think we just keep getting better and better. I just thought we played really well as a team, and I think just to echo what you and Coach said, I think defensively we did a really good job on the day, whether it was getting over screens or the big thing I think is really our communication was really good out there. On all the switches, we're yelling it 3 times and yelling it early, and yeah, I just think we just keep getting better, and we got a few days here to prepare for a pretty good Portland team, a really good Portland team, and we just got 2 days to try to keep getting better.
Matt, you've had a few solid performances this year, but did you think this was the best you had played over an entire game so far?
I think so. I think this is probably my best performance. But I don't know. I just play as hard as I possibly can. I don't really be that concerned about my performance. I just focus on winning, and that's what the team needs. And whatever Coach recommends me to do, that's what I'm going to do. So.
And I don't think you can underestimate having a freshman who's as good as Pat is to be able to play 4 different positions. So when we have to manage foul trouble, okay, Pat, now you're the 2. Okay, Pat, now you're the 3. Okay, Pat, now you're the 4. You're taking the ball in bounds and you're breaking the ball. Oh, you know what? I'm going to give Cody a quick rest. Now you're the point guard. I mean, to have a guy like that who's as good a player as he is, can play every position. You can't underestimate the value of having somebody. And then the shots he made. When we went on our run in the second half, it was pat in transition, pat in transition, pat in transition. It's a huge deal.
Pat, coming into this game, you knew they had some three-point shooters. Did you feel like your defense won this game for you tonight?
Yeah, I think the defense, we prepared all week for it. Coach Rice had a game plan, we executed. Great team win, kept them off the 3-point line. I think they were like 2 for 17 from 3. So that's pretty, I think that's the best we've defended the 3 all year. So.
You know, we've talked about game plan a few times, and that was the sore thumb in the Stanford and ASU losses. What out there is different maybe in the second half? Things are going well, but you keep with it as opposed to other times where it's, you know, it just kind of falls away from you. Why do you think you guys tonight especially were able to stick with what you were trying to do?
I think this week in practice, Coach Rice really like emphasized on, you know, defending the 3, and we just have to get better at it. And the guys were willing to, you know, play hard this game, and run them off the line, make them go to the basket, doing things we would rather have them do, go to the basket instead of shooting threes. So I think this week's preparation and practice was great. And a great team win.
I thought we did a great job too. Last 3/4 of the game, taking good shots. I think the atmosphere and just respect for South Dakota, our shot selection to start the game, probably the first 8 to 10 minutes, we just were hurried and rushed. And every time we got the ball inside, worked it back out, we got something good. And it's not that we have selfish guys, it's just that everyone was trying to hit a home run early, and that's the nature of having some new guys in terms of the program. And there's a crowd, we're trying to, the game starts 0-0. And so I think one of the things we talked about all week long is that there's going to be times we're going to make a turnover. There's going to be times we're going to take a tough shot. There's going to be times we're going to get beaten on the dribble. But don't let that affect the next play for you individually or for your teammate. If your teammate takes a bad shot, let's talk about it. Let's not take the next bad shot, but let's not you go take a bad shot because he took a bad shot. Because we always talk about being unselfish, which is what we were the last 3/4 of the game, is just as contagious as being selfish. And I thought it was a great team win. And with Cody and with Pat running the show out there and handling the ball, and JK as well, for the most part, we're getting the ball where it needs to get to. And I thought Chris Wood was terrific for us. I mean, getting a double-double, managing the foul trouble, we threw it to him on the block. And it's just a great team win for us.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.